Every institution has a beginning, but a very few become a legacy. Some schools measure their journey in years. Ours has always been measured in the lives it has shaped. Because this was never just about building a school, it was about building a culture. A place where curiosity mattered as much as achievement, where compassion stood beside excellence, where learning was never confined to classrooms.
More than 2 decades ago, our founder chairman, Mr. George M. Thomas, imagined a school that would always stay ahead of its time. One that would prepare children not just for the world as it is, but for the world it is yet to become. From that single vision, everything else followed.
What began as the first international school in the state would soon become Kerala's first IB international school. Not merely by curriculum, but by embracing a philosophy that believed education should prepare children for the world they would inherit. And as that vision grew, one campus became many. One school became a family of schools. What started with a handful of dreamers now thrives through hundreds of educators, thousands of students, and generations of families who continue to call TRINS home. Along the way, milestones quietly became traditions. The first school musical grew into TRINS Broadway, a production that today fills auditoriums, raises funds for meaningful causes, and reminds us that education must celebrate creativity as much as academics. The swimming gala became an annual celebration across every division of the school. One sports day evolved into a culture of sport, with tournaments, championships, inter-school competitions like PRISM, and facilities that inspire children to discover not just how to win, but how to grow. Our first inter-school science and lit festival was but the first step towards Spectra, an inter-school cultural fiesta, a landmark event in the city of Trivandrum, now organized and led by our students themselves. This is a place where leadership is not taught, it is lived. And sometimes leadership simply needs a stage. What began last year as TEDx TRINS Youth has already become another tradition in the making, giving our students and teachers a platform to share ideas, challenge perspectives, and remind us that even the youngest voices can inspire the world. Casual visits across borders resulted in a world without one. Student exchanges, global conferences, round square collaborations, international friendships. And this year, we welcome the world once again through our Round Square Global Conference, a shared show. Because when young minds are trusted with responsibility, they naturally begin to think beyond themselves. The story of TRINS is also one of service. Service was never introduced as a program, but now it has become a habit. For 2 decades now, our grade 11 students have walked into neighboring government schools every Wednesday, not because they had to, but because they know that learning is most meaningful when shared. From rebuilding communities during the Kerala floods to painting hope across the streets of Trivandrum through Happy Trivandrum, our students discovered that classrooms can exist wherever humanity needs them. Inside our campuses, another transformation was quietly taking place. Project-based learning, personal projects, STEAM education, early years exploration and inquiry. All this became a part of childhood at TRINS. Speaking of childhood, a first early learning center at Belhaven Gardens in the heart of the city grew into a benchmark for early years education. Today, a state-of-the-art, purpose-built campus at Technopark stands as a symbol of that commitment, extending even further through our partnership at the Infosys campus. And perhaps nowhere is that commitment more evident than in the way we understand learning itself. What began with supporting a single child has grown into one of Kerala's most inclusive learning communities. Today, a multidisciplinary SEN team walks alongside more than 80 learners, believing that every child deserves not the same path, but the right support to find their own. Because inclusion isn't about fitting children into a system. It's about building a system where every child belongs. And perhaps the most beautiful measure of that journey is that the very first student who once received that support has now returned to this school to give it back to others just like him. Excellence too has now become a tradition. District toppers, national toppers, world-class IB results.
My name is Vipin. I graduated from TRINS in 2010. More than exam results, TRINS helped develop my confidence, shape my character, and also gave me friendships that have lasted well beyond school.
Young people who proved that success isn't an exception here. It is the outcome of believing in every child's potential. And perhaps the greatest achievement of TRINS cannot be counted in rankings, awards, or milestones. It is found in the quiet confidence of a child asking questions.
It feels bittersweet to wish TRINS another birthday, but this time as an alum. Nonetheless, wishing the school and its entire community a wonderful year ahead.
In teachers who choose to inspire every single day.
It was at TRINS that I first discovered my love for the sciences and biology, and dedicated teachers really helped me nurture that interest and laid the foundation for a career.
In parents who become partners. In leaders who carry the vision forward, renewing it for every generation. Because institutions are not remembered for the buildings they build, they're remembered for the people they build. And as new chapters unfold, new campuses rise, new traditions are born, and new dreams take flight, one thing remains unchanged. For all these years, TRINS has never simply prepared students for examinations, it has prepared them for life. Happy birthday, TRINS. Here's to every milestone behind us and every possibility